asked me if I wanted to take a break, but it was just hell. It was a rough time, man. People were afraid for my life because there were some powerful people.
Good morning, folks. We are heading to the lake with my favorite fishing dog, Finster. Finley. Finley, are you excited to go fishing? You are? Yeah. Well, we got a little break in the weather. It's actually supposed to be high 50s today. It's been really cold. We got some cold weather coming behind this. So we got to go. Listen to this Allman Brothers. It's actually Greg Allman, My Cross to Bear audiobook. It's really interesting. If you guys got some free time on a road trip or just like to listen to audiobooks, it's insightful about what was going on back in the 60s and 70s with the music industry and the Allman Brothers. It's a solid listen. A lot of funny stories, a lot of crazy times, drugs, sex, and rock and roll, that kind of stuff. They lived it up for sure. But we're heading over to the lake. Like I said, it's 46, 47 right now. Had rain all day yesterday. It's foggy. It's not supposed to rain today. It is supposed to clear up. The wind's supposed to blow out of the south. But we're gonna get out there and poke around and see what we come up with. Water temperature's gonna be cold. I mean, it's that time. It's winter, you know. Water's gonna be probably low 40s. So probably jerkbait, and I'd like to find a jig bite or a shaky head bite. I'm gonna look for that and see if that's available. If not, we're gonna try to catch some suspended fish and make the best day of it. You know, you got to get out if you like fishing. Anybody watching this channel likes fishing, or you wouldn't be watching this channel, but you get these little windows where it gets up in the high 40s or low 50s for a day or two. Got to get out there if at all possible, because you're going to get more days that are in the like 30s than you are in the high 40s and 50s. So get that cabin fever. You got to get out there and take advantage of it. Once you get out there, it's fine. You get acclimated, layer up, wear you some sock cap, gloves, make sure you wear several layers, get some decent socks on your feet, and once you get out there, you get in your element, you're fine. Especially if you get a bite or two. Once you get a bite, it's amazing how much it just warms your soul. So all right, we're gonna keep on driving, dump this boat in, thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you on the water. Bye.
That none of us knew when or how to walk away.
There he is. Come on, now lay down. Right. Popped it off that lay down. She ate it. All right. It was a cool bite. Just hit that lay down. We're fishing these lay downs and just tapped it and dunk, something tapped it back. There he is. There he is. That's on my line, get tight on that. That's cool. Grass line, or off that lay down actually. Pretty fish. All right, there we go. Definitely relating to wood. It's the second one I've caught off of wood. So really pay attention when we're going down the bank as I get close to wood. Common sense, man. Common sense. It's fun. Got a little bit of wind blowing on this bank. Water temps are like 47 degrees, so it's not as cold as I thought. And air temps are right at 50. It's a little nippy, but the sun's coming out off and on, and life is good. Little guy. Little feller. But it's a fish.
barely. It's like a half a fish. It's a 0.5er. We'll call that one a 0.5er. What we got here? Largemouth. Oh, a little striper. Little striper, get up in here. Oh, a little turd. A little baby striper. Got him. I just found a little group of fish, guys. Just trying to figure it out and sit back in this little pocket. There we go. He swiped at it and missed it. Good thing about these EWG hooks, man. There we go. Some of these Cuda pliers. Alright, we still haven't found any giants yet, but pulled back in this little cove and we're kind of trying to figure out where the fish are at. You know, some of them are out in the open, some of them are late in the grass. Like I said, we get off the main lake and just pulled in this little pocket here, and I'm seeing a lot more fish, so I'm hopeful. Crappie. There he is. Catching some fish now, guys. We moved back in this pocket and they're definitely relating to this shallower stuff. I mean, that fish was in like 4 foot of water, 5 foot of water. Okay, that's a good sign there. That's a good sign there. Biggest fish, but he's just hooked on top of the head. He came up there looking at it. Okay, there we go. Alright, we switched up colors to that phantom purple as the sun's coming out. And I don't know, the first couple of fish I threw at showed great interest. Man, these EWGs, I'll tell you what. If you get the hook in them, they do not hardly come off. Another one. It's starting to make my mind jump. Thought that might have been a bigger one. So color change is making a difference, though. Still searching for a little better quality, but we are getting some feedback. All right, caught one off the back of the boat. Spot lock is nice. They're catching. I mean, these ain't the biggest fish, but catching them in the backs of these little pockets. The wind blowing in here. There he is. Man, I'm liking this color. And we found a fish. They're definitely relating real shallow wind-blown banks. And we switched up from the Pro Blue. I'm throwing this Bill Lewis Scope Stik, and I've got to find some bigger fish. Throwing this Bill Lewis Scope Stik, the 100, and I switched up from Pro Blue to this Phantom Purple, and it seems to have made a big difference. I'm getting a lot more bites on it. Still got that white belly to it, but it's more, you know, it's more translucent, it's clearer, it's got that olive kind of back. I think it's called Phantom Purple. I don't know. I'll leave it in the description box, whatever it is. Yeah, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, this has been a great jerkbait for me, and I've got the 120 series tied on too, but they're wanting the little bit smaller one today, and we're throwing it on an awesome jerkbait rod. This is the Virtus Red Diamond. It's a 6/8 medium heavy fast. They're jerkbait rod. I've also been throwing it on the Blue Diamond jerkbait rod. They're both excellent rods. We've got 10-pound fluorocarbon, and I've got a Lewis Tournament Pro, and it is I believe it's 8-to-1. I got some 8-to-1, 7-to-1, something like that. It's not really that important, but I like that 10-pound fluorocarbon. It's kind of in the middle. You can go up to 12, whatever, but we're fishing really shallow. I mean, most of these bites that I've been getting, especially the last hour or so, have been up in like 3 to 4 foot of water. So pretty shallow. I've been seeing some fish out deeper, but we're just covering water with this sucker, targeting the wind. There we go. Better fish. Oh yeah. That's a good one. Barely hooked. Barely hooked. Okay. That's a good one there. Stay hooked. There we go. Ha ha! That's a good solid fish. Look at that one, Finley. Boom! Look at that sucker, built like a freaking tank. That's what we're talking about. That's a good solid fish, man. That fish is heavy. Look how tall that fish is. Beautiful. Beautiful. That Bill Lewis 100, the Scope Stik, it's a good one, man. That color change has made a big difference since I switched up colors. I've been getting a lot more bites on this one color. And you know, we got kind of overcast. I mean, the sun's popping out, it's out now, but they're still wanting you know, something kind of translucent. So got to give them what they want. Nice one. All right, folks, midday report. We got about an hour and a half left to fish, and we're just idling around and found some gulls that are diving on most likely bait fish. So we decided to idle up in here, and we're gonna sneak around and see what they're up to. Maybe there's some fish, and they're really getting after it. Maybe there's some fish located around the bait. So having a good day, man. We're catching a lot of fish. Just throwing a jerkbait, really. I got 2 jerkbaits that I'm throwing. They're both the Bill Lewis Scope Stik in the 100 size, and I'm throwing Pro Blue and then that Phantom Purple, and just kind of mixing it up. It seems like that Phantom Purple is doing most of the damage. Throwing them on the Virtus Blue Diamond and Red Diamond 6'8" stickbait rod. Phenomenal rod. You know, one thing with jerkbait fishing is you gotta have the right rod for sure. You don't want something that's too stiff because it'll pull the bait too hard, too far, too horizontal. And you don't want something that's too wimpy because you won't be able to get the hooks in the fish. So something kind of in the middle, you know, at 6'8" to 7 foot is a good length. Big fan of like 10-pound fluorocarbon. That's typically what I throw. If you're around a lot of heavy cover, fish are maybe a little shallower, you can go 12, maybe even 14. I used to fish 8, but 10 to 12 is the normal range of fluorocarbon that I fish. Man, these gulls are going nuts. I got to get over there. But they're wanting it twitched really slow. Jerkbait fishing is, man, it's a technique, and it's really particular. They want it a certain way. Almost every day is a little bit different. Today they're wanting just real kind of pull, soft pull. Sometimes they really want it worked hard. They really want it doing this. But today they're wanting those little soft pulls. And what that soft pull does, so when you're jerking your rod really hard, it makes this bait just really slash and roll. But if you're doing these really soft little pulls, it just kind of flutters. And usually the colder the water, the more they just want it kind of pulled. So you've got to mess around with that. You really got to play around with that. This bait right here is just straight out of the package. It's suspending straight out of the package. The other one I've got it set up to where it's sinking. Other one. I mean, they're smashing this thing. The line just jumped. It's fun. Another one. Got him. Just running down the lake, and running down the lake, saw some gulls out here in the middle of the lake here. Pulled up. Some striper, I guess, messing with them. Saw him. Just cast it over there towards them, and there we go. That scope shad, man. 3.75 thing is legit. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of fish down there swimming around. Get this guy in. Come on. Hey, you're so strong. Don't think he's that big. I haven't really seen him, but we got a leader. We got a leader. Come on, Buster. Yeah, that's a pretty decent sized fish. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. Finn. That was a big old fish. That's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. He ate it too. Come here. Come here, Buster. God. All the way down the throat. Look how fat that fish is, guys. Jesus. Just running down the lake, saw a bunch of gulls. I mean, that scope shad is gone. I mean, he absolutely crushed it. Thing's got some weight to it, man. Did anybody catch my screw up? It's not the Yamamoto scope shad. It's the 3.75 inch shad shaped worm. Scope shad's good too, but I'm digging the shad shaped worm right now. Right under the boat, man. Look at that. Look at that fish. He was right under the boat. I think it's a catfish. Yeah, now that is catfish. That makes sense. He looked like a catfish. Saw some fish busting on top of the water over here. Threw my little minnow out there. Scope shed. I don't know what we got here. This is fun. I almost think it's a catfish. I almost think it's a catfish. I think it's a catfish. Acting like a catfish. Yeah. Is it? No. Can't really tell. Nope. It's another stripe. Pretty good sized fish too. That's fun. Man, these fish are fat, guys. Ah, come here, busters. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. There. All right, folks. It's gonna wrap it up. Man, we got distracted. Just run down the lake and saw these gulls. Just moshing on shad. Pulled in there. Made a couple casts. Caught a striper, and then I was just getting ready to go throw a jerkbait again before it got dark, and saw a fish blow up, and I just threw over there, and sure enough, another striper. Man, they are fun. Give me a thumbs up. You know, the jerkbait, that Bill Lewis Scope Shad is a phenomenal jerkbait, that 100 series. Just mixing it up today, and then that Yamamoto Scope Shad, the 3.75 inch. That's kind of what we did our damage with. So give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. These things are so heavy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, get out there, man. Get a nice warm winter day. Get out there, it's fun.